All right, everyone, welcome back to the Daddy Show. Sorry if I'm blinking a lot. I've got a little funkiness going on with one of my eyes. Got some allergies or something. It'll pass. So, I haven't made a video in a while. Got some beautiful hair. But I've been working on a project, and it's a vehicle I used to own that I was able to purchase again. Thank goodness. And it's pretty much been untouched since I sold it last. So I'm doing a lot of restoration to it, and you can see a little peak right there in the background. And I apologize, I haven't done more videos because I've actually done quite a bit of work here. If y'all would like to see more videos, want to see me do more on this truck, please feel free to donate. If that's something you want to be, if that's something you're interested in, honestly, let me know. I'll put up a Patreon, and we'll get something started. So, if that's something you guys feel like donating to, by all means, let me know, and we'll go from there. So what we're working with right now, I'm working on placing this bad boy on the window glass. So that is the, I'm not sure what the official name is. Some people call it a sash. It's called a number of names in different places. But anyway, so I was replacing window seals and all that on this truck. In doing so, I ended up pulling the window sash, window bracket, whatever you want to call it, off the window glass. And it fell down the door. It broke, so I actually ended up having to weld it. And so instead of buying a new one, I did a horrible spot weld job. But it got the job done and it held. I had to do it from down here all the way down to here. I replaced that entire piece of metal. I should have done more to show you the process of that because this piece was totally rusted. Scraped it all down, welded it, primed it, and painted it, and it looks pretty now. But I'm gonna try to show you more on the truck as I go along. What I've done so far is I've replaced the stainless steel brake lines, the calipers, rotors, repacked the front wheel bearings, replaced all the hardware in the rotors in the rear. Not the rotors, good lord, and the drums in the rear, and rebuilt the carburetor, and replaced the window regulators and doors. Now welded this thing, and replaced the seal and everything on this, and actually just got that all back together. And so, what else did I do? I replaced the window seals. So I've done all of that on this truck. So let me show you the tools I used. Well, that's really close. Let me show you the tools that I've used so far. So had that, and that, and some Windex. Well, it's not Windex brand, it's off brand. And a Sharpie. Those are the tools. 1, 2, 3, 4 tools to put this sucker back on the glass. Super easy, actually. And it was actually an Australian putting something back on some Australian car, a name I've never heard of on a vehicle, but it looked very similar to this, and so I washed it and it just grated by. So it was perfect. So anywho, let me show you the truck. Without further ado, let me put this glass down so it doesn't break. All right, so here is the truck. It is a 1971 GMC K1500. So she's a beauty. I owned it for about 10 or 12 years, had to sell it. It was out of my hands for about 10 to 12 years, and I just bought it back. So I've been working on fixing it up. It needs a lot of work, so we're gonna have a lot of videos on this thing if I do videos and if you guys want to see more videos. She's got some dings, some nicks, some dents. We got some stuff there going on the fender. I don't know if that showed up because I can't see because it turned the wrong way. Let me fix that. Let me come back. Okay, we're back. Now this is a better format. You can see it full on your screen now. So yeah, we got a nice dent there. That's been there since I owned it the first time around, so that's been there a long time. I just recently did this nice line right here. That pissed me off, but I need to get new fenders and things on this thing anyway. Although this fender is salvageable, So, and it needs a new paint job though. So, I mean, you can see these marks here, and a little bit of stuff going on there, and all up above along that drip tray there. You can't see it in this picture, I don't think, or in the screen, but it's bad. It's real bad. Up under there, it's getting pretty bad. And somebody, I don't know who, I wish I knew who, so I could wring their neck a little bit. At least slap them in the back of the head. They put Bondo pretty much from back in here somewhere all the way over to in here somewhere. And it is thick. Look how thick they put that on. Here's my finger for reference. Look at that. And of course it's popping off. You can see the lines here and here where it's coming off. Well, of course it's coming off when it's on that thick. Absolutely ridiculous. And we got holes in the floor of the bed. No holes up there, that's just dirt. The holes right there, all across. All the way across. And we're starting to get some coming through right there. Over on the other side also, where that bit's sticking up right there. A little bit over there. Oh, there we go. So the tailgate's not in bad shape. Needs a coat of something to protect it for now, until I can get it fixed. The back of the tailgate is a little rough. Bedsides though, I mean, other than this here and a bigger patch on the other side, it's solid. She's solid. Cab corners are going. Rocker panels are going, especially on this driver's side, on the inside. Rocker panels are, that's starting to go, but up under here, it sounds and feels kind of nasty under there, so I'm not looking forward to that. But got the whole door torn apart here, taking care of this window glass. So we got the other side done, all back together. Got the glass rolled part way down. Got it so clean you can hardly see the glass. I want to replace that with an LED. If anybody watching this has an idea where to get these seats, that would be fantastic, because I cannot find this pattern anywhere. I haven't looked too extensively yet, but from what I have looked at, I can't find it. So this is the original green, and I will return it to the original green, and because it's amazing. So I have taken my one-shot paint and repainted the GMC, repainted the red there. I repainted the black GMC on the glove box over there. I did not repaint the word custom. I actually just need to clean it probably. It does need a little TLC with the cleaning. But let's go around the other side here. Oh, yep, sorry, on the way. Hood needs some work there. Gonna need some work there pretty quick. I repainted the black in the GMC on the front. I can throw up some pictures of that if y'all would like to see that. I may do it, even if you don't say you want to. I might do it anyway. This fender's pretty shot. That's pretty. You can see them compared to my finger, those are pretty big. So that's gonna need to be completely replaced. But I went ahead and painted that anyway because that's beautiful. I do have the pieces that go in here. They have faded enough, I want to repaint them instead of buying new ones. So I'm going to repaint them and glue them in, and I'll show you that when that's done. I did try to get the antenna off, and it broke right there, so that was fun. So that's neat, so I get to take this whole thing off and replace that. So that's a whole thing. Let's see what else. Got a little rust coming through here, a little bit here. Not too bad up in here on this side. Driver's side is worse. But this triangle window is actually harder to get out than the other one. I don't know what splashed on here and did that, but that was a neat find. Let's see, got this cracking and going away there. Cab corner. Here's the bed on this side. I got a hockey glove in the way. Yeah, that shows you That's my hand. I don't have big hands, but that's still a pretty big section of Bondo. Look at that. Look at how thick that is. There's my finger. That is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at that. I couldn't believe when I saw that. You can see it goes back at least this far, which means it probably comes back into here. I think my magnet was sticking somewhere in here, so this Bondo is just huge. I don't know who did that and when, but I'd like to slap them a little bit. So yeah, it's got some rust, got some things to fix, but we'll get her done. This side works nice and beautiful. It took some work on that. This door handle actually was broken on the inside. The flat piece that keeps the spring for this, the return spring for this, in place, broke off and fell down on the door. And so I put it back in place and I rigged it up in a way that some people would probably be proud, some people would probably cringe. Done a little lubrication on that. There's I just repainted the GMC black with some one-shot paint. Yeah. I'd like to get a replacement panel to take that out, cut this whole thing out, put a new replacement panel that puts the original radio hole there, so I can get a vintage radio that has all the new innards, but a vintage outer, so it looks like original radio, but works like a new one. That'll be nice. We do not have AC, so you'll see there's no vent here, so no AC. I'd like to get vintage air or something like that someday. Don't have the money for that. It is 4-wheel drive, as you can see from that. We got 4 low, neutral, 2 high, and 4 high. So, yeah. I just got this cover that's been on here for I don't know how long, ever since I bought it, 15, 20 years ago. That's, probably 20 to 22 years ago that I bought it. So this seat cover's been on here a long time. Actually still has some hair from my dog that I had when I was a single guy driving around with just my dog sitting in the seat with me. The hair is still there. That's kind of cool. So, needs a new dash pad. Oh, we need some TLC there. And just a lot of stuff like that. Oh, and up here, yeah, it's got some bad spots there, and it's starting to push the seal for the windshield, starting to push it out over there. You can see it's hanging down a little bit right up there. That's not supposed to be hanging down right there, so that means I'm gonna have to replace that whole panel. So I'm not looking forward to that either. But down the road, we'll get her done. So that is the new project that I've been working on top of doing, our regular maintenance on the Suburban and the Nissan Altima. Haven't anything major. Oh, no, I do have something major. The Suburban just had the AC go out. I'm hoping it's just the control valve, because that's what it was on my Nissan Altima, and that fixed it, and that was 3 years ago. I don't know, at least 2, up to 4, but been running perfect ever since, so hoping that's the fix for the Suburban. Anyway, let me know what you guys want to see. It's gonna need new doors, new fenders. I need to get a whole new door shell, just the entire shell, just everything. But shot's nice. Shot's real nice. Anyway, sometime I'll have to show you guys the brake lines that I did. They are absolutely beautiful. I'll show you under the hood sometime too. The lighting in here is not very good tonight, not conducive for that. So I'll show you that sometime. Anywho, try to get this window back in on the other side. I would show you guys videos on taking the windows out and putting them back in, but there's already at least 3 or 4, if not 3,000 or 4,000 videos on doing that. And the 2 that I found helpful were perfect. So there's no need for me to reinvent the wheel and show you how to do something that's already out there. And there's no point. If you guys really want to see me do it, let me know. If enough people say, oh yeah, I want to see that, maybe I'll do it just for that. But it's got to be a lot of people saying they want to do it. I don't have that many subscribers. I don't see that happening. But anyway, yeah, if you guys Want to see more work done on this truck? You want to see me take the bed off and recoat the frame? Oh, there is a cross member. Underneath these holes, there's a cross member, and it's bad. It needs to be replaced. It's trash, completely trashed. So I'm gonna have to weld that in. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, to be perfectly honest, I don't have the money for all that. Not right now. It's gonna be years before I have the money to do all of that stuff. I mean, you're looking at the floor for one of these beds alone is $900, brand new. If I can find some used stuff, I can piece it all together for a lot less. If I can get lucky and get a full bed for this thing for a few hundred, that'd be amazing. I don't see that happening. But if I went brand new, we're looking at $3,000 for a bed. That's crazy. So, if y'all would like to see more videos, want to see me do more on this truck, please feel free to donate. If that's something you want to be, if that's something you're interested in, honestly, let me know. I'll put up a Patreon, and we'll get something started. So if that's something you guys feel like donating to, by all means, let me know, and we'll go from there. So that's all I got for now. We'll show you more videos. I'll show you more of the brakes, you know, under the hood and all that good stuff, and we'll kind of show you more as I go along and as I fix stuff. So we'll see you later. This is the Daddy Show out.